Hello, welcome to Steak Insanity. I'm your host, David, and this is a channel about my carnivore diet adventure. If you watched the post yesterday, you'll know that I just finished a 7-day water fast, which was interesting, and that I was suffering pretty badly yesterday. So I started refeeding. I had some bone broth and some other stuff for lunch. I went home. I had some prawns and a couple of other small bits and pieces and a little bit of ground beef, some mince. And I felt fine, actually. I didn't have an upset stomach. I haven't had any sort of kind of dire side effects or anything like that. So today, again, because I'm refeeding, I just had some bone broth and an egg, a hard-boiled egg for lunch. That's all I've had. I'm going to go home tonight. I'm going to have, I've got some cod that I'm just going to pan fry with a little bit of butter, and that should be nice. And if that goes down okay, then I might have a little bit more ground beef or something like that. But really trying to stay keto for sure, and carnivore for sure. After today, I think I'm pretty much back on schedule, and I'm sure I'll feel fine. So the plan from today moving forward will be to do carnivore diet and 1 meal a day. So I'll have an evening meal after I get home from work, but I don't want to eat anything during the day. If I'm absolutely starving, ravenous, I have found a great place to get bone broth. So I'll just have bone broth for lunch, or if I need to grab a snack or something like that, I can literally just go get the bone broth, chuck it in the microwave for a few minutes, and then have it like almost like tea. And it's very satiating, and I think that'll work just fine. The other thing that I want to start doing is I'm going to start getting back into the gym, because I haven't been going to the gym for a while. And so the way I'm going to do that is, my plan is to get up early and go to the gym before work, and then come in and then do my work during the day, and then have my meal in the evening. And if I have my meal in the evening, even a couple of hours before I go to bed, then at least my body will have a chance overnight to have some food and some protein to be able to recover, so that I can then get up and go and do it the next day. At least this is my plan. I've been able to do that in the past, and it's been quite successful. So I'm hoping that it's still going to be successful. Certainly for the first week or so, coming off the fast, I'm definitely not going to push myself too hard, but I do just want to get a little bit of kind of a few workouts in. I've had a long think about this, and I'm also cognizant of the fact that I'm in my mid-50s now. I can't train the way I could train even 5 years ago. And so I'm going to have to really look at the way I've been weight training, what I'm doing, what I've been able to do, what I haven't been able to do, and try and figure that out a little bit. So I think I'm going to go, and I'm not going to be doing kind of, really heavy weights with low amounts of reps and all that kind of stuff, because I'm not bodybuilding. I'm not trying to be a power lifter. I am really just trying to stay fit. I need to keep my joints in good shape, and I need to have a bit of muscle. So I'm going to be doing maybe 2 sets of 25 reps, that kind of thing, with much lighter weight, which is a lot easier on my joints and everything else. And I'll still be able to go up in weight, and I'll still be able to build up some strength, but it's going to be a lot easier on my joints. I'm also going to do probably less cardio than I was doing before. I was mental running when I kind of went on this massive diet and everything in the beginning. I'm not going back to that, but I do like doing some cardio, and I think it's good for my heart. I don't do it for weight loss or anything. I used to say I hate running. I actually enjoy the feeling that I get after I've been running, but I don't actually like the act of running and kind of doing massive amounts of cardio myself. So I think I'm really gonna try and mix it up like I used to. So I might do, maybe a half an hour of jogging, not running, but jogging, or I'll do, a half an hour on the exercise bike or on the elliptical trainer or on the rowing machine. So I'll kind of mix it up between those. I do want to start going back and doing the park run on Saturdays because I really enjoy that. And it's fun going out with a bunch of people. And it's 5K and, it's not that strenuous. There's a few hills and it's nice actually running off-road. So I am going to go back to that. I wasn't able to do it last week because I was fasting? Yeah, I was fasting. Was I fasting? Yeah, last Saturday I was fasting. And the week before I was off at a race doing some filming, so I wasn't able to do it then. So it's been a couple of weeks since I did the last one, but I definitely want to get back to that as well. So yeah, I mean, suffice to say, I feel much better. I didn't write down all my numbers, but I did. I think I was 195.3 yesterday, and I'm and I'm 194.7 today. And I did drop a couple of tenths on body fat, even though I had some food. I was actually expecting to gain something this morning when I weighed in, starting to refeed, and I didn't. So that was interesting. But yeah, we'll sort of, I'll keep up with it and kind of let you know how it goes from here. But yeah, no, quite happy with the water fast this time. Aside from that last day when I felt really ropey, and day 2 when I was very, very tired and my body was kind of kicking into gear. Aside from that, it was pretty easy, and I definitely feel way better, and I definitely feel way better having lost 15 pounds. So that's good too. And, my heart's gone back to normal. I haven't had any of the weird arrhythmia stuff, and I haven't, according to my smartwatch, my oxygen content, my blood oxygen content has gone up. So it's not really dropping into the 80s, which it was doing before, which was quite worrying. So I assume that means that my sleep apnea is probably getting better, even though it's not really bad. It doesn't wake me up at night or anything like that. But it still, it still has an impact. So yeah, all good so far. I'm trying a different camera and a different lens today than I was yesterday. And the reason I keep looking over there is I have a TV so I can see what I look like. And I think my face and everything looks okay, but that's completely blown out. And I'm not sure why. Let's just do a little experiment. Well, that's better. Yeah, maybe it was just too bright. Interesting. So note to self, my neon resets to full brightness whenever I start it over. So that's good to know. So apologize for that. But anyway, I'm still trying to get a handle on how all this stuff works in a solo podcast type setup. But anyway, that's it for today. I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye-bye.